Toilet Tower Defense is about to get the episode 67 part 3 update. And they are adding a bunch of new stuff within this update, as well as I also have a lot of suggestions on what they should add. And I really hope the developers of the game see this video, because a lot of these suggestions are stuff you guys have asked for. And I thought it would be important if everybody heard them, and I would love to hear the rest of your guys' opinions who haven't really heard of these suggestions before. Because I feel like these would change the game forever in how it works, as well as how fun it really is, plus adding a lot more fun for such a little request. But let's waste no time. The first suggestion is actually a fan favorite for a lot of people. If you guys have played other tower defense games, you will know that in the game, you can actually level up your units. So for example, if I had extra versions of, let's just say, the camera spider, I could fuse them all into one, in which it would give it XP. And gaining XP would mean you can gain levels, which actually make your unit a lot stronger. Well, it's not necessarily a lot stronger, but it's like a good around 30% stronger. And that is really good because, one, it adds a lot of purpose into these units that you simply do not need, as well as it makes it a lot better, meaning some people might want to trade for it more, and it might just increase the value to them. Now, other games do it in different ways. For example, there's games that have it to where if I was to start a Palm Paradise match, hello, what in the world is going on? Can I please get in a game? Okay, as I was saying before my game crashed, for example, if you were to add or play the Palm Paradise map, you would, for example, get a specific item every time you win. Or maybe there could be certain enemies inside of each mode that have like certain particle effects, and they give you that item inside of the specific mode. This would add purpose into every single game mode that we actually have right now. For example, wait, why is this tree floating as well? Okay, it would be nice if this tree was on the ground too. But as I was saying, for example, the toilet HQ could have some sort of mechanical part. And Palm Paradise could have, like, I don't know, a coconut or something. And if you collected a certain amount of materials from every single map, you could then level up your character. Because this would just simply add purpose into every mode. Like right now, everybody is only going to want to play the same mode. Like there's no reason for me to try to beat the nightmare mode inside of desert, because the map's just so small, it's not even worth it. So obviously people are only going to be doing it in like Palm Paradise and Toilet HQ. And let's be honest, what is the fun in that? So I would find it really cool if, for example, the harder the mode you did, such as, let's say, hard mode, like it has 50 waves and it has the second to most amount of these guys that drop this like coconut. Or it could be a pineapple. What even drops from pine trees, bro? But you get the point. For example, this small toilet could have the particles on it. And if I were to beat that specific toilet, then I get, you know, whatever it is. This would add more incentive into actually grinding every single version of the game than only a specific map. Because now that you can choose the difficulty, there's no point in really playing some of the maps and they get useless. But now on to suggestion number 2. My second suggestion is a mailbox system. Now, I'm assuming a lot of you guys have played the game called Pet Simulator X, but they also offer this feature called signing, in which you could sign any of your pets in your inventory. For example, if I want to sign my scientist TV man, boom, I can do that and I can give it away or whatever. They offer this feature too. However, in Pet Simulator X, there is a mailbox system in which a lot of people usually use to send YouTubers like mail and stuff, either for gifts or literally asking to sign their items. As you guys can see right here, here's the mailbox system like I was saying. This is the gifts. You can accept it or whatever. They also actually have mailbox settings, which like lets you put requirements on them so you don't just get random stuff. Now, I don't actually have any gifts to show you guys, sadly, because I have, like, enabled my mailbox. Or, yeah, I think I've set it to friends only. And, of course, I have no friends, meaning I have no gifts. But basically, you can select a pet literally from your inventory and send it to anybody with a message. But yeah, you guys get the point. I would love to have mailboxes to check out. I mean, at a certain point, it did get annoying having to literally sign everything in the mailbox. So perhaps there could be a setting where it prevents you guys from like sending a message that says sign in it to where I don't have to sign it. And that way it prevents the mailbox from getting clogged up with stuff like that. Now, the next suggestion is something that is actually coming in this new update, I think. But a brand new rarity inside of the summon unit shop would be so cool. We have been stuck on mythics for a little while, and it does kind of get boring. So it would be really nice if we got a brand new unit, either being in an exotic or something, or like a secret. This would be a lot harder to get than everything else, meaning you actually have to grind a lot more for coins. And I think this is something that is coming out with the brand new upgraded Titan Cinema Man from the episode 67 part 3 video. But this would obviously mean that the unit is a lot rarer to get than like 0.2%. And I don't know exactly how it would work. It would be really nice if there was a game pass to bump up that luck, because I feel like in that case, if it's going to be very rare, then at that point it may not even be too easy to get. Like, it could be a 0.02%, which is technically 0.01. But since I have the 2 times luck game pass, it does actually say 0.2. So yeah, it would be like 10 times harder to get, but a lot better as well. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is actually something already planned. And that is something I have requested in previous videos as well, so it's really cool to see it happen. They have also actually had a lot of plans for the summon units to have a new category, which wouldn't only mean there will only be a main crate, but for example, a secondary crate with completely different stuff. And that kind of falls into my next idea. This would be a completely visual thing, but it would be very nice to have shiny units. What will a shiny unit exactly do? It's not going to actually change anything other than what the character is actually wearing. And then it could also withstand a lot more value whenever you're actually trading, because these things would be a lot rarer to get. A lot of other tower defense games do this, and it works very well. And it kind of just is a thing to test your luck. Also, don't ask me why my avatar just changed all of a sudden. I mean, headless for some reason just became free. And I'm not even joking, bro. If you probably search it up, headless is literally free. I also know for a fact that with this update, we are getting a Thanksgiving update, which means this Halloween shop is gonna be going away. Now, they will probably bring it back with the Thanksgiving update, but you guys should do some stuff before this goes away, such as actually buying a bunch of boosts. Now, I'm not actually gonna buy scary crates just because, like, it is very expensive and I'm probably not gonna get anything good. So what I want to do instead is actually just buy a lot of these boosts. And they're very cheap to buy, as they only cost 100 candies. So yeah, I think I have 15 now. That should be good enough. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get a couple more of those coin boosts, bro. We're gonna need it. But yeah, it's a very good way to get a lot of boosts for free. That actually also brings me to my next idea. Currently, boosts in the game are very undervalued. Nobody really ever looks at them. Like, tell me the last time you actually got a boost for free. Because right now, whenever you actually join the game and there is about to be an update, that is the only time you can actually get boosts. Because if you're not spending money, it is physically impossible to get boosts in any other way. Also, bro, I'm really trying to, like, look at my head, and I notice I don't have one, so let me go ahead and change back my avatar. The way you would obtain these boosts, though, would be a little bit interesting of a method. In some other games, you can actually summon stuff other than units inside of the banner. Even though all of these guys in total add up to 100%, there is ways to get other stuff. So for example, maybe if you open ever so many units, there is like a very low chance you can get a boost. And that way, it's not only like you can get boosts through the purchase of them right here. Because if you don't know, bro, boosts actually make a massive difference. The next few suggestions I actually had were specifically for the real game. So let's go ahead and start up a random match of Palm Paradise. Okay, here we are, and let's just go ahead and actually get down one engineer real quick. So whenever you actually currently click on a unit, you will see all of their stats. But the one thing, for some reason, you do not see this, but you cannot see the amount of damage dealt. That is something very important in my opinion. It should be somewhere down here telling you how much damage this specific unit has dealt. Or basically how much damage it has done. You might be saying that, well, that is not even useful. How would this even be useful in any type of way? Trust me when I say this, but it is a very useful feature. Because whenever you know how much damage something has dealt, then you can tell what units you should be carrying in your matches. It kind of makes it a lot more simplified and easier to look at, as well as seeing like who really is doing the most damage. And they could have the total damage somewhere up here where you actually like see your money. I do have another suggestion as well though. With the new episode, they didn't release much new units, I would say, other than like the upgraded Titan Cameraman, or I mean TV Man. But it would be really nice if there was actually a unit in which they could buff all of your other units. Similar to the repair drone, actually. Technically, there is one, but in terms of buff, I mean like a buff in either damage or like lowering the cooldown that all your units have within a certain radius. Because that would add more incentive into actually carrying such thing than rather stuff that simply just does a lot of damage. Because for this mode, I can just turn on auto skip, bro, and I could get all the way to the end of the match. So it would be nice if there was something like that, so that whenever I do a lot more harder modes, you can actually solo them. But overall, the game has so many things that they could be adding, and these are a few suggestions that I've had. But like another one would be maybe if certain units had upgrades that would give them a new ability, like completely different. Like for example, whenever you get AoE on the upgraded Titan Cameraman, it would actually tell you like right here, like whenever you click upgrade, you're actually gonna get this thing. Basically like splash damage or something cool, and then that way you would know when you're actually getting something at a certain wave. It would also be very nice if you could send money to your teammates. I know a lot of games don't do it because then it could be a little bit overpowered, and it does make sense that it could be overpowered, but maybe there could be some sort of like tax on it. For example, if you try to send your friend like 10,000 cash inside of the game, it would only send them like 7,000. That way it's not too overpowered, and they can also actually use money that you simply don't need. But yeah, comment down below your guys' ideas. I really want to hear what you guys think, and I also want to know if you guys have any ideas that you've been thinking of that they should add to the game. Let me know. I would love to hear all of your ideas, and let me know if you want a part 2 to this video. But if you enjoyed this video, watch the video on the screen. It is one of my best videos yet, and I promise you will enjoy it. I literally handpicked it for you.